So, we are on that map, and you had just crossed the river to get away from your pursuers, is my remembrance from last time.
Yes, indeed. In fact, we had managed to get across the river. That was the last thing we did. Difficulty, but we got there.
I think we were camped for the night, and
yeah, got across the river and camped overnight. It's the last thing I've got noted down.
Yeah,
yes.
And that was the 7th of Yo-Yo. We're on the 8th next.
Yep.
Correct. Well, the weather is still good when you wake the following morning. Clear skies and a breeze from the southwest, which is always good. And you are faced with the impenetrable hills ahead of you. Well, not impenetrable, obviously, because you've made your way into them so far. And you're pretty sure the direction you've got to go. It's just finding your way through the jigsaw of valleys.
Almost north. Well, up the page. Whether that is north or not, it doesn't matter. But up the page, basically.
That's
we don't just follow the black lines, the black hex lines.
up the page is northeast. Because
I will have to hide those on the next map so that just
we're tilted 45 degrees to the left, aren't we? So if you imagine the compass being tilted 45 degrees to the left.
Anyway, so you are proceeding up a valley, or you're looking up a valley ahead of you between two of the hills, and given your complete lack of hunting, tracking, and survival in the wilderness skills.
Wait, no, I've got hunting and tracking. What do you mean complete lack of?
Sorry, complete lack of quality hunting and tracking.
Yeah,
Of course, it's a quality tracker. What are you on about?
It comes through when it's critical.
Kosa, you're a quality tracker. Don't listen to him.
Yes, yes. I'd be happier if it came through when it was a fumble, but that's not happened yet. Anyway, so you are going to be proceeding up the valley. 1 second while I just check and see whether anything is going to interfere with your passage through the wilderness today.
Well, it should do, because you said we had an encounter.
Yeah, you said we were getting.
Yes, I know.
That's why we stopped.
I was hoping
I
you.
don't know quite what it is, but you did say we met.
A surprise. Yes.
Oh, no,
Okay. Venturing up the valley, let me expose a little bit more map for you.
We don't want any of that on here, please. This is not an R-rated channel.
Yeah.
This is.
Reveal the map, not expose it.
Very good.
I'm not sure that's much better, in actual fact.
The valley debouches into a larger valley, which opens up to the
South.
To the south, and well, there is a narrow passage up to the east, but
is there also one there going behind that hill back to here, or is that just?
There is indeed. There's one going to the northwest,
and that's just going back through to here, isn't it?
It looks like it probably reaches back to the river. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So, where do you wish to travel to?
This way, I think.
Down as the valley opens up, or are you going to nip between? There's a niche between two hills there to the north.
What time of year is it, Dave? What time of year is it, Dave? Are we which season are we in?
This is Yayoi.
Is there one going that direction as well, Dave? Did you say?
There
or is it just this one and this one?
There is an opening to the northeast. Let me just draw a little bit more so that you can see.
So there's one here as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've got that one there goes back to the river. Then there's one here.
In answer to your question,
and you're saying there's another
late spring, early summer.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I was about to get up and reach for my my calendar when I got asked about.
It does affect the decision, you see it this way.
So that way.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave, I bought a Bushido box set, by the way.
Aha!
Yeah, so
Well, I
I've got,
hope the box is in a lot better condition than mine is.
it's pretty
Mine
decent,
is
yeah.
completely flat.
I know, mine's is pretty good. And it was only 60 quid. Not bad at all, like.
Mm.
It's in pretty good nick.
Well, while I was away in France, my copy of Dragon Quest arrived.
Oh, nice.
So all I have to find is somebody to run it.
Love new books,
Never
man.
mind.
Can't beat it.
Oh, this is a second-hand book.
Especially new
Yeah.
old books.
Yeah.
It's the SPI Dragon Quest you're on about.
I believe
different one.
it was. Let me get the book.
Anyway, sorry. I've
They
distracted.
got the
you
man
with the
holding the
conversation.
dragon set up on the front cover.
That's the one. Yes.
Yeah, well, me and Tim play that. Got plenty of experience in that.
Yes,
It's not
I
a very
suppose
big
that-
dragon either.
Yes, it looks more like a lizard. It's the new second edition one, a bantam
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I did play it in somebody's campaign. But
Yeah,
let's
I
just
quite
get
like
back
that
to
system.
let's just get back to Bushido,
Back
which
to
is why
Bushido,
you're all
Jed,
here.
Right.
You're not interested in Dragon Quest, are you?
Oh, you've just
Presumably these-
successfully derailed the game, haven't you?
Derailed the whole session, man, yeah. I'll just rein it
Yes,
back
yes,
in, boys.
These hills between us and the Castle of Flame, sorry, that we can see, are they really high or are they really steep?
They are
Passable?
not particularly high. They're rough and stony, but you would be able to scramble up them without too much trouble.
I'm inclined to say we go in a straight line
Yeah.
to the castle.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's springtime, coming into summer, the weather's okay. We haven't got that far to go. I suggest we head across country straight for it.
Straight over the hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the
Yeah,
hills
just bring-
and far away.
Away.
Sorry, I'm bringing Sharp into it now, aren't I?
So that is our
Never mind.
plan.
Kuso can always play the role of Sharp, leading his band of warriors across the country.
Top shooters.
Yes, well, there's a few more trees than you'd have got in Spain, but
That is
travelling
our
up the
intention.
hills.
Try and head in as straight line as possible to the castle.
That's northeast, isn't
Okay.
it?
Now, can I have a tracking roll or a hunting roll from you? Your choice, please, Kosa.
I think it's
You're-
only got the one.
I've
You are
got both.
leaving the reasonably well-defined contour.
I made hunting exactly.
In that
Okay.
case, you manage to maintain your movement through the disconcerting and discommoding countryside, and you make it up to the top of the slope. And I will reveal what you see standing on top of the hill. There you go. You move yourselves
clean.
up to the top of the hill, and you find yourself looking down into a wooded valley down below. And can I have a wit saving throw from the members of the party, please?
Okay.
I will roll.
Yes,
For a
made it.
Ooh,
Oh, unless
I have
somebody
one.
a 6, is that even close for me? What is it? A wit saving throw?
wit
Made it
saving
with 3.
throw.
Made it by 3.
Oh, no, I missed it by 1. My saving throw's 5.
Oh, I missed it by 2.
Missed it by 1 here.
I
Kinzo's
missed it by about 3 times.
Well,
Kinzo's looking in the wrong
Kinzo
valley.
is looking down your back trail, looking for things coming up behind you.
No, I'm making sure that the Shigenja doesn't fall over and slip down the slope and break both legs.
Okay. You can
I'm
see
busy looking for-
movement in the forest ahead, Kosa. You kind of
Any
press
idea whether it's
the hillside, and you can see movement in the forest below.
not like a single thing or a group? Possible to tell.
Looks like a small group. Well, in actual fact, you've seen that head before, poking up above the bushes.
Are they going east or west, or whatever the two directions are, left or right?
They appear to be heading to your right, further into the forest. They appear to have come from your left,
Yep.
which is probably the river.
Yep.
And the
Okay.
head you can see is that Obakimono head. But it might not
Okay.
be that Obakimono head,
Yes,
but
that
it
was
can
another Bakemono, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They all look the same, don't they? I suggest we get across this valley.
But it
Very
looks
quickly.
like a group of about 4 or 5 from the movement of the bushes. You reckon it's about a group of about 4 or 5.
Including the
We'll let them
channel
go a
back
bit
on.
further. We'll let them go a bit further till they're well out of our path, and then we're going to try and get across that valley quite quickly.
Yep.
Okay. I will give you a little bit more view, because it will actually possibly give you some ideas as to which route to go.
Yeah. Like I say, there's only a little bit of black between the two bits we know, isn't there? Like,
So,
Yep.
looking down
straight
into the
up.
valley, you can see that there is a hill starting about here. So the edge of the hill is there. So
Another
you
valley
could
that way.
rush across the valley to the foot of the hill, climb over that little ridge, and then there would be another small gap at the bottom of the valley before you then come across the hills to the south of the Castle of the Flame.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. Try and cross the valley quickly. Get over the next ridge, if possible, without skylining.
Right.
Depending on
Now,
how it's structured.
what are you going to do about your captive? Because
He's
he's
still
certainly
dead,
not cooperating. Oh, he's not cooperating, really. He's having to be
Anything,
forced to move.
Baka will force him, won't you,
Anything-
Baka?
Anything else Shugenja can do in this situation? I don't know what he can do.
I don't believe that Harumi has any appropriate spells. Let me just open.
It's quite simple.
Smack him round the back of the
walk
head with a
to it.
Yawara.
So walk up to him and throttle him into unconsciousness.
Okay,
Righty-ho.
Kinzo.
I think Baka looks at you and says, "All right,
Using
who's
my
gonna carry all
judo.
this? Who's going to carry all this food that I've been carrying?"
Yeah.
So you're doing an actual judo hold, you're not just doing the Homer Simpson. Okay, that's a bit more classy.
No, he's a proper judo.
Yeah, I've pictured you just doing the Homer Simpson throttle and Bart, like...
Oh, I could do that, but no, because that way I might kill him.
Yeah.
Hand some of that food over to me, I'll take some.
Yeah, I could take a little bit.
I'm already partially...
If you want me to
covered, I can
carry
take
his whole
some.
body, I'm going to have a rough lift of his weight and see how heavy is he without armor and everything on.
Are you going to get rid of his armor?
No,
Because at the present
just
moment-
take the whole lot. Take the whole lot.
The whole lot. Right.
You can try and lift them
Okay,
back
so I
up.
got myself really close to encumbrance level before we left. I really don't have much more weight that I can carry without being encumbered, which is going to drop my speed quite considerably too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, will it drop it to less than the Shugenjins?
What's Harumi's, like 4 or something? It's pretty low, eh?
Or Ruby, isn't she?
Sorry, how many pounds are we looking at?
1 second, I'm just going to add it to your sheet.
Double your strength, basically. It's your first break point.
Okay, so as far as the his kit is concerned, he was in AC4, which is
£25, I think.
20
£20. He'd got a Yari, which is 5, and he had a Wakizashi, which was
I've got an idea.
another 3.
Stick
So
a whack his
that's
ass up his
28.
butthole until he moves.
He had another 5 pounds of miscellaneous stuff, so he's got about 33.
You could,
And he himself weighs about 100.
There's no
could
chance.
spit roast him and then get him on your shoulder.
yeah. I mean, you could hog tie him over a pole like that, and then 2 of us, or even 4 people could get under and carry him.
Active
That
is
way.
about 133. Carried is going to put you into fully encumbered.
Yeah.
Staggering.
To be fair, over encumbered is only 124. So if I dropped like the camping equipment here, my Tetsubo, as long as we were definitely coming back this way, if we're gonna go, are we definitely going back out scouting after this?
If you cut it to 123, that would be the Wakizashi and his miscellaneous stuff,
Sure, we
which
could
would
share
give you
them out, can't
over
we?
encumbered.
Yeah, we could share that out.
Sure, we could
Which
share out the few
blows me
miscellaneous
down
between us.
to 3.
2.
Oh,
Two.
2.
Are you actually logistically going to manage to carry him? I think you are, like.
As long as you're happy with BMA of 2.
Well, listen, we could just do that. Hog tie him over a pole, hog tie his hands, tie his feet, and then put them over a pole, and then we can carry up, one person at the front, one person at the back, and you're half
Use
the weight.
Yari. It's got a Yari with him.
Exactly, yeah, you can half the weight by doing that.
You
So
can
who's
even
going
then
to carry
rotate.
the other 65 pounds?
I don't mind. And if I'm slowed down, I still better keep up with you.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
Ruby
could,
tries to hide behind Baka when
I
somebody
think I
suggests
can
that.
just about manage it, and yeah, I think I can, like,
Because any of you
Yeah.
losing a lot of your BMA is still going to make you faster than me.
yeah, maybe it makes
Yeah, I
it
think
8.
me, Kyūryū,
I
and
mean,
possibly a bit
Yanagi
of
is
Yanagi.
already partially encumbered.
I'm partially encumbered, but my
We can
BMA is
take a
8.
bit more, and
I'm
I
on
can take a
6
bit,
currently,
so
I
can
think.
Kyūryū, so
Yeah, I can take plenty. I'm on 6
I don't mind
currently.
being pushed into the partially encumbered. I can still keep up with you easily enough.
Well, I mean, if you strip him, he'll only weigh about 100 pounds, and that would mean Baka was still over encumbered.
But hold on, I've still got we've got the camping gear. That's £10. I've
Yep.
got £16 worth of food on me.
I don't know why you're trying to
20.
carry him. Just walk him in front of your spear, mate. Walk him in front of your spear. Put the end of the spear in his back and say walk, or it goes through you.
Still slow you down, though. He'll still slow you down.
So you start sticking it in him.
Because he'll just keep stumbling and whatever, so slow you down.
Well, getting rid of the camping gear and the food.
Well, I can
and
take.
all
I can
gear,
take £30.
he's still over encumbered.
I can
Yeah.
take £30, and I'll be all right.
I think I could as well, to be honest. I would still be moving like.
How much have
it'll
we
be a
actually
BMA.
got to shift to get
Okay.
us a move at sensible speed?
Do you want to take one of you take my Tetsubo, which is £25? There's
I'll take
one of
that
the
then.
£30, and then
I'll
that
take
puts
that.
me back into just encumbered,
Right, I'll take your Tetsubo then.
Partially encumbered. Yeah.
partially encumbered.
Right, I'll add a Tetsubo to my sheet and see
Uh,
what happens.
If you carry the food,
I can take his armour if necessary.
no, the food would put you over.
That puts me. I'm still in
Uh,
partially encumbered carrying your Tetsubo.
I'm on 108 at the moment, and I can
Okay.
go up to 124.
You need to get rid of the 16 pounds of food he's carrying, the 33
Yeah.
pounds from the captive, and his Tetsubo. 25.
If you check the Tetsubo,
I've got that.
I can take all the food.
That's 16 pounds, which leaves 10 pounds of winter camping gear.
I'll take that as
Oh,
well.
sorry, no, the 10 pounds of winter camping gear he's carrying. There's a
I'll take that
33
anyway.
pounds that your captive was carrying. His armor, Yari,
I'll take the
Wakizashi, and
Yari.
miscellaneous.
I'll take the Yari and the Wakizashi. That's £8, isn't it?
Okay, who's taking the 20 pounds of armor?
Look.
Right, how much does the spare stuff weigh in total?
£5.
What was
Hang
that?
on a second. I'm
£5
just
for
checking.
£5 I
what?
can, £5 I can carry and still be partial.
Yeah, I'm afraid that Yanagi can't carry his armor. You'd go over encumbered.
Right, how much do the armor weigh?
20. He
Can you
could
manage that,
carry.
Kinzo?
Could he carry?
Can Kinzo manage that?
No, he could carry five pounds or so of it,
Well,
which would cut it
I could
down to
take-
£15.
What is it?
If
A
somebody
light?
can take his our Tetsubo, I can carry all his gear. I can carry his armor, his spear, and his sword.
I've got the
That's
Tetsubo.
£28.
Yeah, I've
You
got
take
the
the
Tetsubo and
Tetsubo,
I'm still
yeah.
partial.
Problem.
You take the armor,
Okay.
okay.
Fair enough.
And it takes how long to take armor off and sort all this out?
A wee while,
I'm
I
guessing that-
suppose.
Go,
Well,
Well,
you're,
It's quite possible he's not wearing his armor anyway,
No.
because we wouldn't let him.
Mm-hmm.
No.
well, you had his arms tied, etc. So I thought you'd be using him as a pack mule to carry the
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, well, we'll take his armor off now then, it shouldn't take long.
Yeah.
While we wait for these people to move a bit further down the valley.
Fair enough. So, what's people's movements reduced to? Baka is down to a BMA of 4.
Okay, I'm on 5.
I think I'm still the same speed as the Shigenja, aren't I?
I'm on 5.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
on 7. No, sorry. BMA. Where's BMA? Aye, 6.
Nagi's
I'm on
on
6.
4.
Quick question.
Someone's
I've got
on-
at the bottom of my
I'm on
notes.
5,
I've got
someone 4.
that my armor, winter camping gear, and shuriken were at the Castle of the Flame. Is that out of date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Winton, yeah, because we tooled up when we set out for this.
Aye. Let me delete
Is
that.
Winton
Yeah.
Here was being by Baka.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, just I
We
had
can
that note. I
manage
was
a minimum BMA of 4 is the slowest person we've got.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still at 6.
Well, you are all kind of laden, so you're not going to be able to push it. 4 is the most you're going to be able to do.
Okay.
And as far as travel is concerned, going through rough terrain, your BMA is going to be reduced slightly. So you'd be able to make 3. You've travelled 1 today so far. You've sorted out everything you're carrying. You're going to be trying to move quietly and stealthily to avoid leaving tracks, etc. So, as far as moving quietly and stealthily, none of you have the skill, but can I have a stealth roll for the party as a whole? Now,
Excuse me? I've got Shinobi Jutsu.
I'm sorry. Baka
It's not good.
will try and guide you in moving stealthily. So first of all, Baka, let's have
Come on,
a
Baka.
Shinobi Jutsu rule from you to see
Oh,
whether
I
you can
get my
guide
motion,
them
didn't I?
properly.
Come on, you can do it.
Well, maybe not. Well, what's your skill actually?
Well, Shinobi Jutsu is only a 7.
Okay, so your guidance is helpful, but not that helpful. So, as far as the party is concerned, it will give a little bit of help, but not a tremendous amount. Now, as far as hiding your tracks is concerned, well, that devolves upon your fearless leader, who will attempt to make his tracking roll to tell you how to hide how to not leave tracks.
Okay. Made it.
Okay, there you go.
Well, it obviously conflicts with the rules about being stealthy. So, could I have a roll for the party? 1d20 roll, and we want a low.
Okay. Yeah. About at some point.
Okay. Right, so you make it across to the first ridge, and I will extend the line of sight that you get there. Because you are now looking down the valley. There you go. As you thought, that track, that valley obviously leads to the river. And then you make it across to the foot of the hill to the north. But that's probably as far as you're going to make it today. Now, are you going to attempt to hide your
go a bit further? Can we go push it a bit, go a bit further? Even if we're not going any quicker, go for a little bit longer maybe.
Okay, so you're going to be walking into the night, going up a rough stony hill.
Yeah.
Yes?
Just to get us up the hill a bit, you know, maybe.
Okay. Could I have a hunting roll from you, please, Kosa?
Yes.
Okay.
You manage to find a game trail which avoids the worst hazards of hidden crevasses, etc. And you manage to make it about halfway up the hillside before it gets too dark to see any further.
That'll do.
Now,
Right, we can't risk a fire tonight, people.
Very wise. Okay. Coming back down the valley. Can I have a wit saving throw from the which watch would it be? I think it was third watch. So that would be Kinzo and Harumi. Oh, damn, I would pick that watch, wouldn't I? Kinzo, can I have a D20 roll for your wit and a D20 roll for your mate's wit?
What do you roll for Harumi?
So that's a 2 and a 6. You both hear down at the foot of the hill signs of movement.
Is it coming towards us?
Appears to be casting around looking for something. At a guess, you would say that they had found some tracks, but had lost them when they were looking to recover them.
Okay, in that case, I shall carefully awaken the rest of the party, but not the prisoner, and let them know what's going on.
Okay. And we make one other roll.
We will not move, but we will arm ourselves ready for action if necessary.
And you do hear signs of things coming up the hill after you.
Pull up and spread out a bit.
Two. Yeah.
Right.
Spread out a bit so we're not bunched up.
In that case, I shall readjust my sheet to show I'm not carrying the armour.
Just put down what you know.
Everybody is capable of dropping their stuff to get themselves back to being
I'm going to put some stuff down.
What are you doing about light?
I think we'll have to have a couple of torches
it is the third watch, but it is still dark. You can see probably about 30 foot in the dark. It's a early summer morning. About an hour or so, it's going to be dawn, but With the starlight, the moonlight, you can see about 30 foot.
I think that's sufficient, don't we?
Right, again,
Uh,
hidden positions.
Kinzo and Kyūryū, do you want to spread out? And so if these guys come at us, you can come at them from the rear.
Try and flank them, yeah, absolutely.
Or the side or rear, whatever. Give a nasty surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Baka
We're living with 30
Yanagi
foot.
try and hold the line.
Yeah, Kinzo, you get one side, I'll get the other, mate.
right, let me set this up. So we have Kinzo, Kosa, Yanagi, Kyūryū, Harumi, and Baka. So let me get Baka's token.
Guessing our two missing friends are guarding our prisoner.
Makes sense.
They will be available to join the fight because I doubt very much you'd survive.
Oh, we're going to need
just
them, are we?
against. You're likely to need them. Obakemono are not fun.
I'm going to kick his head off. What's this?
Righty-ho. Let me just move you to this sheet. So, if you would care to position yourselves.
Right, well, we got me.
What side are they coming from down here?
Could you
They're
take the
coming
dead man off, please, Dave?
Where was the dead man?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Let me
Assuming
clear
they're coming
that.
from the bottom of the map, shall we? Are they coming from the bottom?
They're coming from the bottom, yes.
In that case, we will. Oops. Almost Baka stands to one side and Yanagi the other.
I'd rather be where there's a bit of a clearing, to be honest, because
I'll stand
when,
over there.
I haven't got my
so
my
move forward.
range on this yet, but I think it's going to be quite large for a Tetsuo.
Okay, so I'll stand there. You stand on that side, Baka. Wait, roughly where you are. I can't move Yanagi, but he wants to stand on the other side.
Kinzo, if you just opposite flank me, I think.
Yeah, and your Harumi can be behind, 2 or 3 yards behind me. Probably.
Well, strictly speaking, Baka wants to be about where Yanagi is at the moment, so he's got clear space all around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't move them, so you'll have to. I can't move you.
How do I put range on things?
Hang on a second. Let me just give you all rights to Harumi and Baka.
So we can move.
Sorry, to Yanagi. So details controlled by all players. So that's Yanagi and Harumi.
Baka goes roughly where Yanagi is, and then we'll move Yanagi to the other side. Stand in the middle, and we'll move Harumi.
I need as few distractions and restrictions as possible.
Yeah, you get that
okay.
open space.
But you can always step forward.
So Baka is using a Tetsubo, which from memory has got one hell of a range.
It's a great club, isn't it?
Yeah.
It needs a 4-yard circle.
4-yard circle. Ouch.
Is this in the token aura thing? I don't know what that is.
I guess you might need to be in front of us a bit, then Baka to give yourself plenty of space to swing your tree trunk.
And then can I put the second aura on for my sumo, just so I've got an idea?
Right. Just quickly, there are no trees on this slope, so all these things are bushes and will not act as restrictions.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can forget the terrain.
You can forget the tree trunks and branches, etc.
Okay.
These are
so
all
you're okay
bushes.
as you are.
So you
I
can
think you might
crouch
want to go
them
one
behind them
further.
to hide.
Probably want to move one further away from me.
What's the radius on Sumai? the most the range on do mine?
Short.
6
range.
foot
Sure.
from memory.
1 yard.
1 yard.
Sorry,
Or
3
one.
foot.
Or in your case, 1 hex.
Okay. I don't know if that's
Okay.
done that or not.
You might want to move a hex further away from me,
If
so
the
I'm not
second
going to
aura is of a different colour, it should show up.
can't see it.
It doesn't seem to be. Well done. If I just then if I
I
switch
haven't
that off,
given you a second aura. Do you want your Sumai range as a second aura?
please, if you wouldn't mind.
No problem.
Fine.
Looks quite pretty.
So that's 3 foot.
Cool.
Okay. The
You want me what? Where do you want us? There?
hang on a second. Just
You're
need
okay
to
where you are.
change that and turn off
Stay.
Explorer mode because that is
As long as
basically
I'm out of your range, so I'm
that's
Well-
the areas you can see.
It gives you a chance to run through, doesn't it? An area to run
Hang on
through.
a second. I need to
Yeah.
turn that off because you don't have a bright light or a low light. Save settings. Right. So basically, each of you can see the range that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all right? You should be
Um,
able to see about 30 foot.
Yeah.
I think I can see other people's ranges.
Yeah, I can also see everybody
Well,
else's
you-
ranges,
well,
yeah.
And you can see your combat range.
Mhm.
That's the aura around you. But as
No,
far
I mean
as darkness is concerned, you can see other people's.
I've got other lit up circles that I can like other ranges.
Yeah, we can see everybody's vision. That's sound though. That's fine.
Yep. You
That's-
should be able to see each other's ranges, and
Yeah.
you should be able to, so you can tell when you're likely to impede them. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So, is everybody happy with their position?
Right, if Harumi is feeling bright, she can actually spell, which acts like a torch.
Correct.
But it's self only, so she might not feel like doing it.
Well, the problem is if she casts it, then she has to maintain it, which would mean she can't do other spells. Is that right? Actually, I'm trying to remember because I think light it's either on the palm of your hand or hovering over you, isn't it?
Hold me rings a bell.
I know you can create it on your hand as a party trick. The question is whether or not you have to create it on your hand. Light. Can conjure a small ball of light to appear in his hand. Burns for 1 hour until the Shugenja lets go of it or wishes it to go out. I think if you conjure light, then it would stop you casting another spell. I mean, do you play that, Tim?
It's never occurred to me. Because I had very few Shugenja in my game that lasted any length of time.
So it says that you conjure it in your hand. So rules is written. It says it's in your hand. That's disable in one hand. As long as you want to keep that light burning, you can't use 2 hands. So if it takes 2 hands to cast a spell, no, you're not casting
I don't think it
spells.
says anything anywhere about in one way or the other about casting. Effectively have multiple spells running.
Well, there's nothing to stop you having multiple spells running. The problem is if you cast if you create it in your hand, you have to hold it cupped in your hand to keep it going.
Yeah.
And you have to use both hands to cast a spell.
Yeah, so I
So I think light. If it said it kind of hovers over you, then that's different. But it specifically says you conjure it in your hand.
We need it right now.
No, it's gloomy. It's not totally dark.
If we need it, we'll
and
shout, "Turn the lights on" or something. Yeah.
And she'd probably be better off casting darts of water.
She'd also probably be attracting a lot of attention to herself if she stood there with a light in her hand.
Well, yes, there is that.
Which might not be a wise
Be a beacon,
thing to do.
for attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I can see Kyūryū is hiding behind a bush, but Baka, Kosa, and Yanagi aren't, and Harumi isn't either. So, do you wish to hide behind a bush or stand there in open view?
I'd quite like to stand in this bush.
Okay. Right, we'll move into cover then. Looks.
Is that hidden?
That would be you're crouching down behind this bush in front of you. They are coming up the page, so you
Cool.
can hide behind the bush and then just stand up and kind of let rip.
Sounds good.
Okie doke. So let me just add the bad guys.
You haven't got Baka's or Kosa's vision so that we can see them.
Sorry?
You're showing my vision and you're showing Yanagi's vision, Harumi's, and you're not showing Kosa's vision or Kinzo's or Baka's.
Sorry, I've got Yanagi and Harumi, so you can all use them.
Ah, right, yeah. Okay.
Which unfortunately means that you are able to see using them. So the
Ah,
simple
right.
solution.
So that's the why.
Yeah.
That's why I'm seeing those ones, right? Okay, got you.
Yes.
Sorry, that's what I was asking earlier.
Yeah. That's the reason, I'm afraid.
Yes. No, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, I can't turn it off without.
Would you make it so that we can see Baka's just for the viewers? Because I've got the black space.
Okay. Which does kind of defeat the purpose of having it, because that basically means that everybody can see everybody else's.
Yeah. No, just leave it off then. Yeah, leave it off.
Yep.
Yeah. It's more realistic. I'm just thinking of. I'm not going to see them on the screen.
Well, there will be kind of blood-curdling cries coming from the darkness.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. So let me. Righty-ho. So, how far over did they actually come? So, they're following your tracks, and they appear in view, making their way up the page like so. And they get to that point, and do they see anything? No. They continue following your tracks. And do you have Shinobi Jutsu, Baka?
Does.
Now would be a good time to have had it work. Please make your roll.
I've got ice cream. Just thought I'd announce that to you all. Nice roll, Baka-san.
Well,
Silence of the grave.
Silence of the grave.
That'll soon be in.
They continue up the hillside, and I'm going to give them a roll. Nope, they still haven't spotted you. You can all hear them kind of muttering to each other. You don't understand what they're saying, but it's not probably not particularly helpful.
Is that
and
5 goblins?
it's 5 goblins and an Obakemono.
A big
yes.
old boy.
This goblin looks to be different, and he's the one who's following the tracks.
Which one?
Which one?
The one in the middle at the front.
All right.
Front one.
In what
Okay.
way different? Like clever.
I'm sorry, you are hiding behind a bush. Okay. I'll just tint him red, okay? So you can tell he's slightly different. Okay, at that point... Southwest is that way, and... that guy kind of turns and sniffs the air. And... Baka? He's looking at you.
Looking directly at me.
Yep, and he sniffed the air and he's stepping towards you.
All right. Swing. Stand and
Well,
swing.
stand up and swing.
Yeah, stand and swing.
Okie doke.
I couldn't stand,
well-
step and swing, can I?
Well, standing is basically changing position. So that is an action. So your surprise move, you stand up and then swing. But you will have initiative over them on the next round. Okay, because none of them are expecting it. So it takes you one phase to stand and then you swing. So, are you saying anything as you stand?
Banzai?
Or are you... Okay. The rest of the party hear a banzai coming from Baka. And he stands and swings at the same time as all of the goblins turn to look at him. Which is immensely
go, you got
stupid
them
of
back.
them because it's
That's
just
natural reaction.
They've just
It's a
turned their,
natural reaction.
they've
but
just
it
turned their
does
backs on
rather put
Kosa,
them at a
Yanagi, and Kinzo.
disadvantage.
Yes,
I
that is
know.
beautiful stuff. Yes, I love it, Baka. I love it.
As if you'd planned it. Okie doke. I think I'd better throw up the initiative tracker, hadn't I? So we can
Question,
sort
Dave.
out what everybody's on.
Question, Dave.
Yep.
Do I think they've seen me? Because I'm hiding, but I'm in the same direction they're looking, though. Do I think they've seen me?
How are you going to tell?
By looking at them to see if any of them look at me? Or are they all looking at Baka?
Well, let's put it this way. Where is it? Where is it?
I should have said nothing.
You can. I don't think you can actually see any of them because
That's the thing. Yeah, yeah. This circle here is my vision, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just about to see the front of this guy's kneecap.
I'm about to take off.
See that guy's big toe.
You can see Baka facing that way, and he's swinging his Tetsubo with gay abandon. Okay, I presume everybody has 2 actions, so I will just add 2 turns to everybody for everybody.
Don't think Harumi does.
And we'll then sort out your action phases. I think Harumi's only got 1, hasn't she?
Yeah, I don't think she gets to.
I will just.
I'm
Okay.
sure you got 1. Yeah.
Okay. So, in that case, Kyūryū, what are your action phases?
10 and 5, baby.
Is everybody on 10 and 5?
9 and 4.
You're on 9 and 4.
9 and
Yeah, Kosa's 10-5.
Kosa and Kinzo are the same as Kyūryū.
And Yanagi is
I think he's a bit
on-
slower, isn't he? He's, quite
Let's
slow
check
doing-
Yanagi. Yanagi
He's on
is
5. He's got 1 action on 5. That's because he's
Oh,
encumbered.
yes.
Hang on. take
Well,
us-
he won't be encumbered because we'll get rid of that.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so he'll be on
basically,
7.
he will drop
yes.
his.
He'll be on 7.
So he's
'cause
unencumbered, and that puts him on 7 and 3.
7 and 3, yeah.
And Harumi is on. Harumi is on 2.
Harumi's an
That's when
afterthought.
unencumbered. Yes, well, she's taking time to make sure that the spells are done properly. And Kinzo, 10 and 5.
10 and 5, yeah.
Okey-doke. And then I need to add the Bakemono. The Bakemono. Go.
Akimono, we're on 16.
By the way, when I move the initiative order around the screen, it doesn't move it for everybody else, does it? Just me.
I believe so.
Yeah, I thought so. Just double checking.
No. Because mine is where I left it.
Yeah, just double checking. Thought so.
And
I think the Obakimono's on about 8, isn't it?
1 second, and I will tell you.
No, it goes on one.
The Bakemono question mark. I'm going to say Bakemono question mark because you're not sure what it is. It's a Bakemono, but not one you've seen before.
It's a glowing one, a feral Bakemono.
It's
Radioactive
not
one.
glowing. It's red so that you can make it out. All right.
But
So
my mistake, Dave. The Obakimono's on 10.
Bakemono show are on 12. Unfortunately, they only get 1 action. The Bakemono is on 10.
Now, just so I'm getting the language correct, Obakimono is the big ogre or more hobgoblin-y guy.
The Obakimono is essentially an ogre.
Yeah. Bakemono show, it's just a plural way of saying Bakemono, right?
Oh, Bakemono show is the correct term, and they're goblins, effectively.
Goblin.
Night goblins.
Yeah.
They're both pretty thick. And this guy's on. And. Hi.
So, yeah, no, like his
So.
weapons. It's better
So,
with his something rather, isn't he?
Basically, this round, you get to swing your Tetsubo without restriction. You can step 5 foot if you wish, presumably away from them to give you optimum range.
That would be 3 foot, Dave.
Sorry, 3 foot. My apologies. They are 3 foot hexes. Yes.
You're sounding like a D&D 5er here, you know.
I terribly.
Boo.
I can step to that one.
I was playing that on Sunday.
Fine. You will be at normal on that and -1 on that.
That's fine. I'm going for that one anyway. Is it double tap?
Okey-doke.
How do you ping it?
Hold it.
Either way.
Click and hold.
If you
Right,
click
hold
and hold, you
Yeah.
get a ping.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that case.
yeah, no. Come on, D20. Ooh. Do I get any pluses or
You
minuses?
do get some bonuses against, because it is surprised, so you're +1.
Primary, primary is
You're
15.
facing its front, so you can't actually do anything, but you don't get anything from that. So it's just +1 because it's surprised.
Excellent. In that case, I hit AC 4.
Fair enough. Which, let's see. Let me check. Armor classes. And you miss.
Okay.
It does appear to be kind of carrying a fair bit of stuff which is bouncing your Tetsubo off it. It is deflected.
It's immune to level 1 characters. Run away! Right. Cool. That's my action.
Fair enough. And so everybody
Dave,
else.
before we go any further, which of us is controlling Yanagi in this fight?
To you. All of you have control of your.
No. What I'm saying, which of us 4 players, not right?
Would you
So we
decide?
don't go around trying to do too much with him.
Correct.
Do you want to control him, Tim?
Okay, just want to make sure that I'm controlling him. Okay.
Yeah, just so that otherwise it would be unfair if I control him because he'll be too cooperative with what I want him to do.
Yeah, fair
Okay.
enough.
He's better off. His best thing is to use his Atami Wowzer, basically, so he's the same as the rest of us.
Right. So everybody else at the moment is crouched down. So this round you will have to change positions, etc. So a primary action would be to stand up from kneeling. So this round, presumably, you're all standing up.
No. I think I'm going to stay where I am crouched. Just turn like one
Okay.
30-degree turn. I don't want to
Fair
move
enough.
too much because
What-
they are looking in
what
my
is done-
direction. I'm going to stay there crouched.
Stand up, Lawson.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So you're crouched at the moment.
Yeah, I want to remain hidden if possible.
In that case, we will go over to the next round. The Bakemono show. There's somebody with a Tetsubo attacking him. He will. Let's see. He's engaged, so he has a certain limited number of options. So he is going to close a yard, and he's drawing out his weapon. That one is stepping back and drawing out his weapon. That one's moving forward and drawing out his weapon. That one's moving forward and drawing out his weapon. That one's moving forward and drawing out his weapon. And the O Bakemono isn't going to bother. The O Bakemono is just going to charge.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can actually just get there, but that's the limit of his movement. So he is charging you. Kinzo, you are standing. What are you going to do?
Did I stand up last round or this round?
You stood up last round.
In that case, I shall run up in a charged manner behind the guy and thump him on 2.
Yes, with that +10 from behind. Let's go, boys.
In that case, move yourself your charge distance. Kosa? Am I just expecting you to?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Splat. Not charging. I'm just gonna tiptoe behind
You're
him. and
closing
hit
to
him.
engage. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tiptoe up and hit him in the head.
Go on.
With the +10s.
Well, you can actually hit him now.
Let's go.
Come on, dice.
Oh, come on!
Come on, lovely.
Kosa!
Kosa!
A D10. D10 first.
I believe it's a D10. Yes. Well, it's only double damage. Would you care to?
That's my fearless
Checking what I'm
leader.
doing. Where are we? But, we only do that plus D6 plus 2 then. Take 5, scumbag. Double 10.
Take 10 damage, you prick. Yes, Kosa.
I don't believe that actually has killed him.
It's
Let
just
me
annoyed
check.
him.
Bloody beautiful, Kosa. Beautiful stuff. That's why you're the leader.
That has not in fact killed him. So that means he has that many left. You may not have killed him, but you've not done him any good.
I'm sure you've got his attention at least.
Kyūryū, you are still crouching. Do you wish to stand up?
Well,
there would be a kind of sound of impact coming across through the darkness.
here's a question. Can I throw a shuriken without standing up?
At what? The answer is no.
The big fella,
There
I
are
can now
bushes
see.
there's bushes between you and them.
Right, can I, while they're all involved in a fracas, and I'm at their peripherals, can I perhaps try and crawl, like, or, little crouch run, like, down to here? I'm going to try and flank, eh? Is it possible?
Okay, you're trying to keep yourself concealed.
Yeah. So we go nice and slow between the bushes and behind it as much as possible
in that
around
case,
here.
half your BMA.
So my BMA is 8? No. I can never remember. Let me just check.
I think it's 7, isn't it?
BMA
Or
is 8.
it 8?
No,
Yeah,
it's 8.
It's 8, yeah. So I
In
can do
that case, you
4.
can move 4 hexes.
So 1, 2, 3. I can go to here. Yeah,
Fair enough.
sweet.
Righty-ho.
Going for the flank.
And Baka. You
My
step
primary?
back one?
Oh yeah.
It's your primary,
Uh,
yes.
Guessing that's putting him at optimum range too, is it?
The Obakimono is... Yes, it would be at optimum range if you go for the Obakimono. If you step back one.
Yeah. Step back one.
Okay. Are you going for the Goblin or the Obakimono?
Well, the
I shall
Obakimono.
point out, Dave, I shall point out the Obakimono doesn't get to where it is at the moment until 2. So he's not in range of the Tetsubo.
That's
True.
right.
So in that case, you'd be going for the Goblin again at optimum range.
Oh, okay. I can't step again and put him at -1, can I?
No, you could because your combat action is to make an attack and move up to 1 yard.
Okay, that's
Primary
fine.
option.
Cool. All right. So I'm looking for considerably lower than a 12. Ah. Well, that'll do.
That'll do.
Boo attack! Boo criticals! The dice gods are with you tonight. Roll your
Yes.
d10.
Come on. 5.
A 5 is a triple normal damage. Goodness
Oh.
sake.
Ho 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 ho
Special effect, here we
ho!
come. So,
A bit.
yeah.
2d6 and Tetsubo.
2d6 plus 3.
So that's 9,
18
27.
damage.
So
Triple,
27%
triple,
chance of a bad
triple.
special effect.
I think he's out of it
A
anyway.
meaty thud and squelch echoes through the night as this poor Bakemono show is collapses in 2 heaps.
Was that 27 hit points? Am I right?
27 hit points. It does
Essentially,
not count 27
if the
hit points.
if the Obakimono's got 13 hit points or less, you've just killed it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just turned it into jam.
Oh yes. Yanagi. What will Yanagi do?
Shoot him.
Yeah, Tim's running him.
Charge?
I'll have to charge because he's moved out. He's moved out of close range, so I shall charge instead.
Righty-ho. And Bakemono, who just got hit. What are his combat options on a secondary?
Render.
Well, he doesn't have a secondary, does he? Because he's a Bakemono.
That one does.
Oh, fair enough.
Sneaky Bakemono.
That's why Bakemono question mark has a secondary action on a 5. He is going to attack backwards.
Okay.
Okay, he needs to roll a 1, but it's better than not doing anything. So D20. Nope, misses. And Kinzo is going on 2. Kosa is getting his secondary.
Yeah, well, smack him again. That's. If I'm still behind him, then that's definitely going to hit.
He's AC 4.
Okay. So that's.
So it's half plus 10 minus 4. So half
Yes.
It's only +5 because he's in his flank, not in his rear.
So.
True.
Fine.
Yes, my apologies.
10, 11. I'm on
Didn't matter
16.
last time because you got rolled a 1.
So I hit AC 4. Just
You rat!
take this, you scoundrel. Pick another 4.
Nice.
He is still there.
I was tempted on that blow to try the Okudin, but not yet. Not that desperate yet.
Okay, Kyūryū has moved. Baka, are you going to have a secondary?
Did you say the Bakemono isn't actually there though?
The
That's up to you.
Bakemono is charging up, and you can have a swing at him at optimum range as he charges.
Okay, cool.
On a second action, that is.
Yes, it's secondary action.
And I'm not able to take a step as a secondary action, am I?
No.
Okay.
I need to Can I
you
remind
weren't engaged,
Kosa of something?
So you could move.
Yeah. I'll can I swing a move, or do I have to move and then swing?
If you're taking an attack, then no, you can't move.
Okay. Actually, I think I'm still going to back up from that charging.
You could parry and move a yard if you want.
If I can do that, then I'll go for that.
Okay, in that case, roll your parry on your secondary.
No.
Okay, your class is better.
Sorry?
Your armor class is 1 better.
Cool.
But you
Like
tell
that.
me next action.
Yes,
Excellent.
indeed. Yanagi is charging. Harumi, what do you wish Harumi to do?
She'll keep an eye out behind us in case there are more of these scallywags.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Just keep an eye out.
Can I remind
Around
Given
Kosa?
Harumi's witch, you think it's unlikely that there'll be any behind you. They're more likely to be down the hill, coming up the hill. So if you want to kind of keep an eye up down, coming up the hill, then she needs to move down the page.
Is it worth her jumping to here, or trying to get to there?
No, just leave her where she is. She's best off there.
She's got. What's the range on her darts? Is it
10
yards.
10 yards? 10
Range
yards per level.
10 yards
But-
and Oliver, you're trying to say something, sir.
Yes, me and Kosa. I think it's me and Kosa, not me and Kinzo. Me and Kosa still have the blessing of the Kami of the Well to activate at any time. Plus 19 to a physical attribute.
Oh,
Well,
that's
remember.
Kinzo.
not me.
So-
Is
That's
it
Kinzo,
Kinzo?
not me.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Kinzo,
Oh yeah, because
it's not me,
the well
'cause I'm
was
not-
your thing, wasn't it? Yeah, we've still got that blessing
not a
to
big
activate at
religious
any
fan.
time.
Yes, we have until we need it, but I suggest you don't use it in this fight because I don't think it's going to be needed.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I think we've got this one covered actually. The way you've landed up behind them.
Well, thanks to
I
Baka
wouldn't
going
bet on it.
Banzai and kind of drawing their attention. Yes, I think you're right. Okay,
I'm the only one that's disagreeing at the moment.
You're not the one in front of the back of here.
Okay, well, the Obakimono is going to take a swing with its Tetsubo. And it rolls a, come on, a 1. Please, everybody else is rolling 1.
No.
No,
Please,
one.
dear God, no. I can't see it once it rolled.
I don't see it yet.
Sorry,
it's not gone up yet.
I did I'd hit GM roll by mistake. That was a 19.
Oh.
If you like, you can re-roll it so everybody
No,
sees
that's
what
fine.
I
We
rolled.
believe you,
No,
Dave.
no,
We believe
no,
you.
I'm fine, I'm fine, I believe you.
We'll trust you, mate. We'll trust you on this occasion.
Yeah, we'll believe you this time, mate. I'll vouch for you for the viewers in this
Dear,
case.
dear. Trapped.
That's
Okay,
a shame.
so that leaves the other charges, which is Yanagi and Kinzo. Which order do you want to do them in?
I'll do them Kinzo first.
Kinzo, the one you're attacking doesn't appear to have much, if any, armor at all.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sadly.
unlucky for him.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get him.
So that's a 12, which I would guess is probably a hit.
Happily.
Yes, and you can add a point of damage to them.
Point of damage to that.
Yeah.
7 points.
So you do 7.
Fair enough. What's the extra point from?
Charge
didn't do
speed,
it.
Oh,
sir.
true. Charge
Oh,
speed,
yeah.
of course. Yes, silly me. So that's against that particular Bakemono, which had that many hit points, and it's got that many fewer. Yanagi.
Chop chop. Oh, it's got +10. That's gonna hit.
That's going to be a hit again. That particular Bakemono is only slightly better armored. So roll the damage for Yanagi.
But, so D6 +2. It's not very strong, so
8 points of pain, sir.
Come on.
Great.
good shot.
Great. They both look distinctly upset at this. Or at least they do when they turn round. So, anybody changing anything the next round? Or everybody happy with the... In that case, the Bakemono show a turnaround. Apart from... Well, that one considers that the Bakemono's got things in hand, so it will count 1, 2, 3, 4. Five to there.
It's the Spider-Man meme. The way they're pointing at each other. You know.
This one will turn around. Hang on, I just need to move it out so that I can get to the tag to turn it around. That one will turn around. And that one will turn around as well. And they will all attempt to hit. So, versus Kinzo.
Don't like that.
Current armor class Kinzo.
Am I still considered to be charging?
No, you charged up last round. This is the beginning of the next round.
Okay, in that case, 3.
Hey. That is sufficient to hit. So, doing a... This one's got a club, so that is 5 points of subdual damage. The one attacking Yanagi misses. The one attacking Kosa. Misses. So that's that and that. The Obakemono steps forward and swings his Tetsubo. And your armor class Baka is?
If we're able to wear the winter garb at night, and Tetsubo's a bonus skill.
You would have had chance to put that on, yes.
So AC 3 is that?
AC 3 is sufficient for it to hit you.
Oh,
So that is 2d6 plus 2d3.
ow.
So
Ouch.
11
Oh.
and another 3, so that's 14 points of subdual damage.
Ouch.
Is that 2d6 and 2d6?
No.
No, that's
You just roll.
2d6 and 2d3. So the 11 is the 2d6, and
Yeah.
the
That's a 2 and a
2d3
1.
is 1 and 2, so that's 3. So that's a total of 14 subdual.
Ouch.
Oh, I see. Ouch.
There is a meaty thud, and the banzai yell from Baka.
Does he get a bash special effect too?
Yes, he does.
He does indeed. So,
Oh,
unfortunately, he doesn't get it. Nevertheless, he's quite happy with having hit you.
Now that's a feature of the
And-
Tetsubo, right? When you get hit, you've got
Oh yeah,
the amount of
But
damage,
you-
you've then got a percentile roll, and you get the bash special effect if you roll under, yeah?
Yeah.
that's correct. Yes. So
As they
Kinzo.
say, with modifiers.
Oh, don't know about those.
On a
But
90,
basically,
there's no
the
way.
Obakemono outweighs you, so he's going to get a bonus to his bash special effect. And you're
But
going
on
to
a
get
90, but on a 90, he's not
Nowhere
going to
near it, yeah.
succeed.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm not looking at the numbers.
So Kinzo, looking down at this poor innocent goblin in front of him, going to attempt to put it to sleep. Yes.
I certainly am.
Go for it.
Oh, yes.
This is the kind of one armor class.
What armor class has it got?
1.
In that case, that's a critical, sir.
Oh. Right. Roll your d10. There's too many criticals coming up on your behalf. Double damage. So that's 14 damage.
That's 14 points of pain then, sir.
Nice.
Right. Okay, and it is bleeding. You've got blood all over your hands.
Yeah, has it fallen over?
Oh yes,
Good.
Nice work.
flat.
Nice work, Kinzo.
That'll teach you to hit me, you little scrawny git.
Kosa.
That's he's AC 4 and so that's going to hit him.
He's AC 4.
Yeah,
Trap.
so take your little scan bag. Take 6 more.
Fine. He also collapses and is bleeding all over your hand.
Nice.
Oh dear, what a shame, never mind.
With a distinct
Strange
lack of-
glowing, but kimono is down.
He's not a glowing Bakamono. I turned him red so you could tell the difference.
Radioactive.
Whatever he is, he's on.
If you want me to make him radioactive, this is
Whatever he
the
is, he's on the
Godzilla
floor.
Bakemono Godzilla. All right.
I've been playing too much Fallout. He's a radioactive glowing one.
Health saving throw, or you're suffering from radiation poisoning. Okay. Kyūryū.
So.
Baka let out a mighty cry of pain there.
Can you actually see him yet?
Oh yeah, he can see him kind of looking out over the. He can see he's swinging a Tetsubo.
Nope, I'm just going to move
You're
forward
still-
crouched again.
There's something wrong with Kyūryū. This is normally a person who kind of screams and charges.
I'm trying to get in behind this guy.
Baka!
Um,
2,
3.
at the moment, he's at optimum range. Is that right?
He is at
No.
he's at optimum range at the moment. Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's go for a swing. Oh. 15. So no pluses, no minuses. Hit 3.
Mm-hmm.
That is a hit.
Come on,
Oh, my word.
Baka.
Oh my dear.
Oh.
5 damage.
How much damage? 4,
5.
5. Fine. Yes, he's still there.
No. Oh, and then I'm going to step back.
Okie doke.
Yeah, that's right. Step back that way so that I'm going to get behind him. You get it now, finally.
I've been walking backwards since the start, thinking you were back here somewhere.
Aye, no, go this way so that he comes
yeah,
here
yeah.
and I can go swipe in behind him.
Yanagi, can you make it 3 for 3?
I could try.
Come on, Tim, you've got it. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
So
Beautiful stuff.
Take another 6 points of pain, sir.
he collapses to the ground.
Hold on, chips.
3 out of 3, woohoo!
He's got this big bugger to deal with. Well, apart from the one
Three,
that's
3 out of
hanging
3.
around
4,
Kinzo.
4. I took one out of my
Kinzo.
first turn too.
I'm
Alright,
sure
4 out of 4, even
Yeah,
better.
it's 4 out of 4.
Kinzo gets the second one. The option of the second one.
Oh, I'm the lucky boy, am I?
So
Oh, yeah.
everyone's got
Yeah.
one in this fight. Everyone's got a kill apart from me and Harumi.
Unless he's
Okay,
gonna, unless the
secondary
Bakuman
attack.
is suddenly going to run away.
The Bakumono question mark on the ground would feebly wave its arm at you if it could, but it can't. Kinzo. Oh well, nothing. Kinzo can't do anything. Kosa can't do anything. Kyūryū can't do anything. Baka, you can have a secondary attack on this Bakumono at -1 if you wish.
I think it might be more worth my while doing a parry. Oh, I had a parry in that last one as well. I should have been
In
HD4.
that case, you didn't take the damage.
I did parry on my secondary on the previous round, didn't I?
Yes, you got your armor class was 1 better. I
Oh
forgot.
my word.
You
Saved ya.
retcon the 14 point of pain
Oh,
did not
nice.
happen.
Sorry about that. Oh, thank you for that. Even better.
Just as well you remembered. So roll your
careful,
parry.
Harry, then.
You want to be careful. Annoying that Obakimono.
Yeah, I think parry then. Yeah, that
Okay.
seems
It's
sensible. That's a fail by
you're-
1. Oh no, not the
Uh,
secondary. That's a fail by.
Still get one.
9.
You still get, unless you fumble, then you get 1 point. Okay,
I'll take
your armor
that.
class increases by 1.
That's 4. Okay, cool.
Yanagi can't do anything. Harumi's primary action. It looks to be safe to come forward. These 3 are busy, kind of pumping their fists in triumph. Is she going to come forward, or stay where she is?
Yeah. You
no.
could probably shoot. Is she out of range to shoot the Bakuman?
I believe
Considerably,
so.
I think.
She's only got a range
Okay,
of
she should-
10 yards, and
It's
it's
probably
13 hexes
move
away.
forward. Move forward then, ready to shoot the Bakuman, I suspect.
Okay, so she has a BMA of 4, so she can move forward 4 hexes. Unless she runs forward, in which case she can run
Yes.
forward 8 hexes.
Let's just walk. Let's not run too close to the danger. Let's just walk.
Fair enough. And the next round, we have a Bakemono show. Who is going to close to engage and attempt to smite?
In that case, just moving forward 1 hex, Dave, because I'll come the other way 1 hex.
Okay, fine. So you're closing to engage as well.
Oh no, we're already engaged. I'm just closing up to make sure I can hit him.
No, you weren't engaged because he was there, so he was outside your range of engagement.
His fingertips in it.
Oh,
He
all
moved
right.
forward.
I'm still going to thump the lights out on him.
Get him.
Okay. So he moves forward to there, so he's close to engage, and then you move forward to there to close to engage as well.
What's his armor class?
Well, can he try and hit you first, please?
You can, but unless he kills me, I'm going to want to know his armor classes.
Well, I'm going to roll a critical, aren't I?
I know you're
No.
not.
You're going to roll a
Oh,
20.
yes, I am.
Roll a 20, watch.
That could be a fumble. What's your armor class?
Well, has he rolled a 20?
You rolled it in
I rolled a
secret again.
19.
Well, it's not a fumble then. He's just missed me.
Okay, fine.
You were
he's
GM
missed
rolling
you.
again, by the way.
Anyway, so it's now the Obakemono.
No, hold on. What is his armor class? The Bakemono show.
I just like to kind of draw out the. All right, 2.
Oh, I've missed then. It's only hit armor class 1.
So you've missed AC 2, correct?
Yeah, I've hit armor class 1, so I thought I might have done, but you never know, do you?
You'd have hit the previous guy. Okay.
Yeah, well, he obviously, that's why he missed me, you see, because he was too busy dodging my foot.
Fine. So this guy closes to engage to there, so he's at optimum range and rolls to hit. Now this was going to be this is the critical that I was going to roll.
No.
Oh no.
Read out loud.
20.
Well, stop
And
rolling it in the
19.
GM whisper column, and you might get one because we could see it. Then.
Oh, hang on. Flipping it. I'm sorry. I will re-roll both those. All right. I'll probably roll criticals. No, I've rolled a 12 and a 14, both of which would miss anyway. Okay, so yeah, my apologies. But basically, I rolled a 19 for both of those 2 attacks. Which means we now Kinzo's done his stuff. Kosa, what are you doing?
Come on, Yanagi, let's charge this guy.
Well, one of you can take the bank, one of you can take the flank. Which is it going to be?
I'll take there to leave Yanagi room to get alongside me.
Okay. Is Yanagi charging the back?
Yeah, I'm going to stand up and charge his flank this turn.
Oh, so you'll be the only distraction. That's cool.
And Kyūryū, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand up and charge him.
Fine, you're charging his front.
No, his flank.
That front.
That's flank.
It's front.
Front.
It's
Front.
front.
Front. And then everyone
Flank
else
is
is front.
partially behind him. You start in front, you're charging towards his front.
Alright.
If you were starting behind him, you could charge his flank, but you're charging his front.
I would have called that the flank. It looks like the flank to me, but if you say so.
Yes, but you're a nice GM. I'm a cruel GM. You charge the front. You
Oliver,
charge the front.
Oliver, don't argue with the games master. He
No,
won't
I
let
know.
you.
We never win that argument, I know.
Okay. So that's everybody's primaries. And the only thing we have is a secondary from Baka.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, no, we still have Baka's primary, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, Baka, you have a distraction unless you can ignore it.
On my primary, can I not drop my Tetsubo and charge?
If you wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's getting surrounded.
Well,
Can I go right into him?
Tetsubo charge? You can charge
Yeah,
right up
next
to
to
him. Oh, hang on a second. You can't charge because you are in engaged range of his Tetsubo.
Oh,
So
I
you
was
can
looking forward
step
to doing that.
forward one.
Just belt him with your Tetsubo.
yeah, just smack him.
Is this still primary? No, because he's just if he's
Right,
range-wise.
It's
he's
slightly
actually-
before
you.
you, so this is a primary for you.
Yeah, it's your primary.
It's a primary
yeah.
for you.
So it's not worth me stepping forward, is it?
No, because you're at optimum range to him.
Cool.
Roll
that then.
a one. Let's go.
Stand there
Right
and
next to him.
hit him and try and avoid getting hit while we help you out.
In which case, that's only a 2.
Hang on a second. I just need to move Yanagi. Yanagi's there. He's there. Fine. And I'll just move the dead one off.
Sorry about that, Dave. I wasn't quite sure what hex the Obakimono was in.
Right. Well, he's in several hexes actually because he's large.
Greedy bastard.
So, Baka, did you hit AC3?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you've stepped back one, have you?
Yeah.
So you are at a kind of not optimum range. So, well, you put him at not optimum range at the moment. Okay. So you can have a secondary at him at -1, or you can parry.
I'm going for that parry again.
Go for the parry.
Pass by
Okay.
1.
In that case, I think it's
No,
that's
not
still
secondary.
one better.
Sorry, not a
Go
secondary.
+1.
No,
yeah.
not in the secondary.
It's quite
in
hard
that
to
case-
get more than +1.
Okay, so +1. In that case, I believe on action phase 2, we have 3 charges on said Obakimono. One
Yep.
from behind from Yanagi, one from the and two from one from the flank from Kosa, and one in front from Kyūryū.
How far has Kyūryū moved?
Kyūryū was hiding behind that bush there.
So, one,
So
two, three,
Kyūryū
four,
has
five, six.
moved.
5.
Actually, that could be a close to engage. What's your BMA?
8.
I could close to engage actually as well because I was close in it.
You
BMA,
can charge a bit further.
BMA is 8, yeah.
Well, you've moved 5 hexes, so it's not a close to engage. And you were there.
I've moved 5 I
so-
think as well.
So
So
you've moved
that's
5
counted
as
as a
well. So
charge
no,
then if it's
it
5.
all charges. Yes.
Okay, that's
If
fine.
it's 4 or less, it's a close to engage. If it's 5 or more, it's a charge, right?
Okay, in that case, Kosa and Kyūryū strike. Kosa and Kyūryū strike slightly before Yanagi because he's moved 7 hexes.
Yes.
Okay.
So we roll in.
Come on,
So
Kosa.
Kosa first. That's a hit. Yes.
Nice, Kosa.
Roll your damage.
Take 6.
Okay. Still there?
I rolled a 13.
I'd be shocked if it wasn't.
But my Atemiwaza base BCS is 21.
Well, you hit him.
So the damage on Atemiwaza with Yawara, remind me, it's D6 plus 2
D6
plus my
D6
level.
+2.
D6 plus 4, eh?
D6 plus your level, plus 2 for the
Oh,
Yawara.
I forgot the level on my. Add 2 to that, Dave. I forgot my level.
And probably another +1 for your charge.
7 damage.
Because you add your BMA to your strength.
Yep, 7 damage.
Probably, yeah. Alright, so +3 then. So it was
Yep.
9
Okay.
instead of 6.
7 damage from me, please.
I forgot
7
about
points of pain.
Forgot about the level on the other ones, but don't matter. It made no difference.
7 damage from you. Fine. It's still there.
Sorry,
And
can I just jump in and ask a question? When I did my parry, I was able to step back another yard, though, wasn't I? Parry and
Yeah.
step back a yard instead.
You
Right, I'm
parry
doing
and
that as
step
well.
back.
Sorry. Yeah, cool. I want to be out of range. Sorry, go for it.
Wise decision. Wise decision.
Okie doke. Oh, sorry. No,
If
you
you
can
hit
only
him,
move a yard on a parry if it's a primary action phase.
Ah,
My
fair enough.
apologies.
it's the same. It's the same
So
as a
you're-
strike.
Yes. Okay, so that means Yanagi gets to hit in the back.
Come on then, Yanagi.
Come on, yeah.
Please don't roll another 1, or indeed a 2. A 13 is still a hit. What? 9?
9 points of pain.
Nice.
Good shot. I think he's started to feel this now.
Righty ho. Oh, that's a point. Kinzo, you had a potential secondary attack on this guy, which we missed, I'm afraid.
That's true.
So, do you wish to take your secondary or magnanimously draw it out just to play with him?
No. I should just ignore him for now because I don't want to hit him. I might damage myself. I shall pass my second.
He's looking over his
Fair
shoulder, see what happens to the big guy.
Okie doke. Next round then. Oh, sorry. What's Harumi doing on her primary?
Is she within dart range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not
I
quite.
think she's in dart range, so she'll cast a dart at the Bakimono show.
Yeah. She's in range. Start it. Yeah. She's sort of got 10 yards.
She is. Yep, just in range.
Okay. And then darts fly.
No, not the Bakimono, the Bakimono show, because that's an easier target. She hasn't got to worry about her friends, you see.
Well, it's towering above her friends. She doesn't have to worry about them either.
It's quite a bit taller. Though.
Well, of course, she might not consider them friends. I mean, I'm being polite.
She may just not care. Yeah.
All right, Bakimono show it is then. And I believe she has her BCS is 13.
Quite good.
And its AC is 2, which means she needs to roll an 11. Who's rolling for her?
I'll roll it.
Yeah, on it.
Right, let Oliver roll it.
No.
He's not done much yet.
That's okay. Yeah, you go on it.
No
Okay.
good.
Ooh, that's
She
very
decides
good.
not to steal the Budo from Kinzo. Okay, next round. Only 2 of
Didn't
them
Oliver
left.
get his charge? Kyūryū get his charge?
Yeah, I've not had my attack yet.
Ah, my apologies. Kyūryū.
That was
Your
me rolling
charge.
for Harumi. No wait, no I did do damage. Yeah, I remember I did 7 damage.
Yeah, just Yanagi's had his.
fine.
so
Yeah,
just
I have
the
done mine.
Yanagi's
Yeah, I have
last.
done mine.
My bad, sorry.
Okay, there's a load of ants attacking this poor Bakemono. So
He'll be poorer in a minute.
Well, let's do the Bakemono show first. I don't think he's going to get to run away, so he will attempt to smite you. Oh, is it potential critical? No. Take 2 points of subdual damage.
Baka?
No, this is Kinzo. The Bakemono is going to. Oh, he's being attacked by ants, so he is going to swing his Tetsubo in a curve. And which he going to go clockwise or anti-clockwise? Odd, he goes clockwise. Evens, he goes anti-clockwise. He goes anti-clockwise. So he swings his Tetsubo around and goes for Kosa.
Give me it back, thank you.
Put the pressure off you a bit.
Now, if I was on his front before and not his flank, that means I'm on his back now, Dave, eh?
And hits Kosa.
Ooh,
4.
naughty.
13 points of subdual damage.
Ooh, that's,
He hopes he knocks Kosa over. No.
smarts a little bit.
And unfortunately, because he doesn't knock you over, he doesn't get to follow through onto Yanagi. But never mind, never mind. Oh, Kinzo, you going to put this guy's lights out?
That's another 9 points of pain, sir.
There you go. You're hitting him hard.
Fine. He's still there. Because that's the first time you've hit him.
That is
From
true.
memory.
I thought I did it twice, but I'm getting my Bakemono mixed up.
Well, he can collapse to the ground and feign death if you'll spare his life. No, he won't. Kosa?
Not unless I'm unlucky, I won't kill him anyway. But
Yeah. Got to slug this guy. Right. 4.
Nice.
10. Take 10. That should be +4. Now we're starting to wear him down a bit.
Yeah.
Is that 10 or 12?
10.
It's 10.
Right.
Right.
He collapses to the ground.
Oh. I was going to say, because he's done a full 180, and if I was on his front before, that means I'm on his back now by your ruling. I was going to get a +10 there. Oh well.
Right, let's just wait for Kinzo to finish his man off.
Nice
and,
work, Kosa.
hold on a minute. Unagi's going to hit the Bakemono on
Oh,
the
yeah.
back, as would Kyūryū, because it's all about the same time.
Yeah, we are all
give him a
hitting on the
kick- give him
same
a
time,
kick in the head.
actually, yeah.
Give him a kick in the head.
Oh, just rolled a
Fuck
D10
all
instead of a
over.
D20, ignore me. The 18 is... Well, actually, yeah, because I've got a 21. That hits armor class 3, doesn't it?
Yes,
9 damage from me.
fair enough.
And another 8 from Yanagi.
Nice.
He's not waking up for a long time.
Well, the point being that if we'd done a lot of damage, we might have killed it, rather than just knocked it out.
Right,
Making a good
I'm going to
congratulations.
attempt to put this thing out of its misery.
This is on your
Finish him off.
secondary. Come on, this is your. Oh, for goodness
Oh
sake.
yeah, we've got secondaries, haven't we?
No, I'm hit armor class -10, so that's a miss.
Right, that's a miss. Fair enough.
I'm hitting him on my secondary though. Ha! Another 8 points of pain, sir.
Eight points of pain.
You're hitting the Bakemono, not the
Yeah.
But-
I'm just...
and
Piling
Hirumi
everything.
gets another chance to dart it.
I don't care if this guy's knocked out or bleeding or even dead, I'm just piling
Are you
everything
going
I've
for your
got in him.
secondary on this Bakemono show, Kinzo, or not?
I've already done my secondary because I rolled a 19 there.
Kinzo missed.
Oh, right. Fine. In that case, roll for Hirumi then. She needs.
No,
an
I'll let you roll for Hirumi. I don't want to be responsible for blowing her up.
I do. Let me roll it.
He's quite good.
An 11.
11.
That'll be a
A
hit.
dart. What a
That's
dart
what you
of
needed
water.
last time. Yeah.
Which does.
It
much
does
do
no
they do?
damage, but you need to make a health saving throw.
He'd love to make a health saving throw.
I think he maybe does.
That I think is probably good enough for a Bakemono. Tough little buggers.
Well, what's its health?
Doesn't give you those stats, does it? If I remember rightly.
It does. It does in book 2.
So basically, base saving throw is Budo value, which is 1. It failed. Fair enough.
Well, I think they've got 10 health, which gives it a base health saving throw of 3, plus 1 for its level 4, so it's failed.
Still fails.
Ah, sorry, my apologies. Yes.
So
Right,
the
okay.
dart knocks it over. It now has to make another health saving throw.
Which it does. So it's basically prone.
Yeah, it just gets knocked over rather than stunned into the middle of next week.
Correct. Why can't I use those ones in combat? Anyway,
Well,
on its round, it will stand. Can't do anything else, but it will stand.
if it gets the chance.
Well, it goes before you.
Going 12.
Yeah, but I do 8 points of damage, so it stands up and I knock it over.
Stop
Fair
playing
enough.
with your food, Kinzo.
It collapses.
Yes.
You see, should have stayed down. It would have been less painful.
I'm just taking a kick in the mush. Aren't we?
Congratulations. So, Kosa and Nagi back.
Right. Can one of you, either Kinzo or Kyūryū, just take a look down the hill to make sure there's no more lurking about?
Will do, boss.
Don't go too far, just to check.
Harumi cannot hear any more coming up the hill.
Good.
Fair enough.
Kosa, what do you want us to do with these?
I think we, do we want to take one with us? Maybe this one that I put down. He seems a bit.
We can't
different.
carry it anymore.
Who wants to try
Well,
restraining
we
an
won't be
Obak
carrying
and
him. He'll be walking along with our other.
Who wishes
Well, we
to
don't
try
want this-
restraining an Obakimono?
No, we can't handle the Obakimono. Who's going to have to die? I think we just take this strange-looking Bakimono that I put down, and we terminate the rest.
Yeah. Stomp on their throats.
Got the Wakizashi and various other bits. So,
In that case, I shall just reach down and break the little hyoid bones of these two, and they can die that way.
Lovely.
what sort of hit points does no Bakemono have? Because I can't believe that was only 8 points away from.
An Obakimono normally has 20 plus 3d10 hit points.
Oof.
They're pretty powerful.
Yeah, but their big weakness, like that of Bakimono, is they only hit you once around.
Correct.
So you should
And their armor class is pretty poor, and their BCS is not very good. That one actually had the top BCS an Obakimono can get, which is a 14.
assuming that it's an average sort of Bakimono.
Well, if it was a standard Obakimono, they normally get a BCS of 8 plus a D6.
Indeed, yes. Yeah. But you can come across Obakimono who are a lot tougher than that, of course.
Oh yes, of course. This is a standard Obakimono.
All right. Well, once we've killed the ones we want and tied up the one we've got, we'll search them for any valuables they might have. And the Obakimono, was it using a Tetsubo or was it using a tree trunk?
It was basically using a tree trunk.
Tree trunk. Okay. In that case, we can burn that because that's no use.
we probably don't want to start a fire tonight, and there might be others lurking around looking for us. So.
Well, there's
We're
not
just coming
much
up for
of the night
morning.
left. There's only about an hour left. Well,
Yeah,
less
but
than
I'd
an
rather
hour
not
now.
make it easy for them by creating fire and smoke. So out there, they'll see the smoke from a long way away.
Righty-ho. Sorry, I'm just
Looks
sorting
like
out
we have to do a
your...
better job of covering our tracks. Because they seem to find us quite easily.
Bit difficult when there's so many of us now.
Oh, but I'm not criticising anything. I'm just saying, you know, that perhaps the rest of us ought to learn how to do it.
Well, I did spot one of them sniff in the air. Maybe they've got other ways of
Well,
tracking other than
not much you can do
Yeah.
to stop sense of smell other than not be upwind, but it's not something
We've
we're
been out
used
of the
to,
road
I
for a
think.
few days. We probably leave quite a
Yeah,
trail.
we're not used to thinking about things tracking us by smell. It's not something you normally do. So.
Okie doke. So, in that case, Budo for that little excursion. Yanagi can have 1.75 if somebody would care to amend his sheet,
Yeah, I'll do that.
as can Kosa and Baka.
Thank you.
Kyūryū can have 0.75.
Thank you.
Kinzo 2.25.
Wow.
And Harumi has 0.25.
Nice.
I mean, just to understand it, is that 1 point for the little goblin I killed and 0.75 towards killing the big one together?
What I tend to do is give you the Budo for the ones that you killed, or a share of the ones you fought, and a proportion of the total. So,
Okay, cool.
unfortunately, Harumi didn't actually do very much, so she only gets 0.25. But Kinzo took 2 of them down by himself and has a share of the overall.
Nice.
I don't run the standard Bushido thing of you only get it if you strike the killing blow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
seems
cool.
really unfair.
Because I definitely softened the lid on that Bakamano. Oh, Bakamano.
I think if
Well,
you played it like that, there might be temptation of players to meta game that and to try and get the killing blows and to be running around combats trying to get the last blow, and it might break.
It's not a matter of Oliver. It's not a matter of them not doing it. They do it.
Yeah. So
Yes, it's called Budo stealing.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
I can
And
see
it was
that
one of
being
the
a,
first things that I threw out.
aye,
because
I
it's
can
not
see it
fair.
being a
If I
problem.
stand in front of the monster and take all its hit points bar 1, and you come in and get all the Bodo? No.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Right. Yeah. Rightio, and you can also have a point of on each for defeating your trackers, because they have been quite persistent.
Nice. On from actions column,
Nice.
isn't it?
Of course, Baka and you might consider that Baka and Kosa should lose some on, because their hiding tracks and sneaking obviously didn't work particularly well. But since it's between you lot, you'll keep their shame to yourselves.
We'll keep it quiet. We don't talk about my
After all,
shame,
they're not professionals at this sort of thing, are they?
yeah.
Good job too, if you ask me.
So you're killing the Obakemono.
Yep.
What are you doing about the other 5?
Killing them.
Right, we're taking their leader, the coloured one, and we're killing the other 4.
Fair enough. The coloured one is actually leaking blood at quite a rate. He's down to he appears
And
quite badly
Yanagi.
injured at the moment.
Can Yanagi plug him? Yanagi's physician, isn't he?
Yanagi is indeed a physician. Would somebody care to make a physician roll for Yanagi and see if he can
He's got a
plug?
physician's. We've got bandages and a physician's kit, so we can don't mind using that stuff on him.
Yeah, well, use a bandage.
Well, at the minus he's at, he needs a successful physician roll to stop him bleeding. Okay, a bandage will give him 1 hit point back, but you need the physician roll to stop him bleeding anymore. Okay, so who's making the roll for Yanagi?
Well, you're controlling Yanagi at the moment, Tim. You do it.
I believe that makes it by quite a lot.
Correct.
Yep.
You successfully plug the hole and stop any further bleeding.
Yeah, he'll wrap a bandage around him as well.
Okay. And he is quite badly injured and completely stunned. Fair enough.
Yeah, I was going to take it a little while
Who's
to
gonna
kill
carry him?
those and then. And how long it might before he comes around? Got to kill the others and then get all our kit together and be not quite going to march you off instantly.
He is about which is about a third of his hit points, his physical hit points down, and totally stunned as well. So it is going to take several hours for him to come round.
How much does he weigh? Pick him up and see how much he weighs.
Probably about 100 pounds. You could take his armour off.
Oh well, take his equipment off, yeah. Just leave him with his
Fair enough.
loincloth or whatever.
He's down to about 80 pounds. However, the your other captive has come round and is somewhat pissed off at the kind of almost broken jaw he got. You could make him walk and carry the goblin.
Yeah, that would be the best bet.
Well, basically, take the goblin's clothes, tear them into strips, and then tie the goblin to his back so he can't drop him.
You're going to load the.
We're going to load our other prisoner up with our goblin prisoner.
Zero.
That's just cruel. You're really cruel, kids.
Well, he's not carrying anything other than himself, and we're all
That's true.
laid up. I mean, we could just put all our kit on him and one of us carry the goblin, but I don't want to carry something.
So it's a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of adding insult to injury. This is.
He wants to
Not only
be alive, okay?
not only are you a prisoner, but you've got to carry a smelly old goblin as well.
Okay.
The reason for tying him on is that way he can't drop the
I
goblin.
mean, what
Accident.
what makes this goblin look different to the others? Much of interest.
His features are thinner. He looked more muscular. And somewhat, well, he looks somewhat more intelligent.
Right.
He's the same sort of build as the Bakemono show, but he's more muscular.
Okay, that's a bit smarter. Interesting.
Okay.
Anybody seen anything like this before?
I think he's a half breed with a human.
Oh no, I've never seen anything like this. No. Perhaps
Alright,
we
well,
should
let's have a
introduce him to the fetters of truth when we get him back to the castle.
Yes.
Right, yeah, we'll let the old.
The boys at the castle and
Only
the
in this
flame would be
instance,
interested
we'll
to
use
meet
hot
him.
iron and pins.
Well, we'll let the wizards.
He's starting out already badly injured, I will point that out.
That's all right. We'll get him healed up first.
No, we'll let the wizards do
Really?
it because they can actually torture him without hurting him, without permanent damage.
It will hurt. I'm sure it hurts, but
Oh, it hurts
yes,
a lot, but it
won't
won't
injure
actually
him.
inflict any real damage. Just scream a lot,
Okay,
and it'll
let
be
me
alright.
return you to the map. Your prisoner complains bitterly about being forced to carry a bakemono.
Get over it, sunshine.
Deal with it.
Training with a gag.
Sorry, he would complain bitterly through his gag.
It's all right. Yeah, we can hear him doing it, even if he's not actually speaking.
Okay, let me just check something. Fair enough. He is staggering along. He is partially encumbered. So his BMA is down to about 4. Okay. And you have to climb over the top of this hill. When you reach the top of it, you can see another hill ahead of you, and beyond that you can make out the peak of the Castle of the Flame.
Yeah.
So you've got
I'll
to
tell
go
this-
down into the valley, up
Yeah.
the next valley, up the next hill, and then down that one.
I'll tell the guy, the prisoner, that if the bakemono is carrying dies before we get there, so will you.
Okay.
What's about chucking him off a cliff as he walk on?
Righty ho. So you start down the side of the hill. You can make out there's another narrow valley below you. Because you're at the top of the hill, you can actually see to the left and right. So you can make out you can actually make out that you don't have to go up the hill in front of you. If you divert to your right, there is a wooded valley there that you're pretty sure leads up to the castle. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Just be careful.
Right.
Look out for bears. I've met bears here before, so keep your
Yeah,
eyes
we
open.
Okay. And can I have a wit saving throw for the party, please?
What do you want to make that?
Just one general roll.
Okay,
See
got
whose wit makes it. So
Yeah.
somebody roll for the party.
Big 4. I think
Okay.
that's everyone except Baka.
In that case, most of you see the Ashigaru stumble off the route you're going, off towards the left, and he's starting to pick up speed, and he's running towards. That's a rise. There's a fall on the other side of it.
Listen,
What's everybody?
Kyūryū.
What's everybody doing?
Well, sorry, what was that? What did Kosa say to Kyūryū?
You all know.
saying-
Sorry, you all
I'm
noticed
going to
that.
start
It's
running
kind of-
after him, and I'm shouting to
Yeah.
Kyūryū to run after him as well.
Right, I'll run after him then, because I'm the
Okay.
fastest.
Right,
Okay,
Kyūryū.
fine. Well, his BMA's down to 4, and your BMAs are
8.
7 and 8. Right, fine. You are able
Not
to
after
tackle him before he can make that slight rise, and you bring him to the ground. And speed saving throw for him. Nope. So he takes 2 points of damage hitting the ground.
So who's this I've just
is
caught,
the-
sorry?
This is your prisoner.
Ah, right, sorry, I missed that detail. Yeah, I've got him.
He falls so that the prisoner on his back also hits the ground, who takes 2 points of damage. And is he lucky or unlucky? It does not reopen the wound. Okay. He lays on the ground, glaring up at you. He would say something nasty if he didn't have that gag in.
I would get a slap in the mouth if it does, like, can try if he wants.
From now on, I'm going to walk with my hand on his back, just kind of like, well, on the.
Yeah, or tie a rope to him and keep hold of the rope.
Yeah.
It did look as though
He
he'd
would
summoned
have
up
to-
the courage. It did look as though he'd summoned the courage to try and kill himself.
Yeah, tie a rope to his leg, to his ankle, and then get Baka or somebody.
just gonna look
to
up.
hold the
Dave,
rope.
what sort of damage has he just taken?
He'd just taken 2 damage from hitting the ground. It was just subdual damage. It wasn't physical damage.
Before I get off him
Uh,
and let him get
He's
up.
still alive.
oh yes, he's still alive.
Before I get off him and let him get up, Dave, I'm going to look him in the eyes and say, you will need to be a lot faster than that to get away from me, sunshine. Try a lot harder next time. I am Kyūryū, the Russian River. You'll never ever outrun me. Running is not an option.
I'm literally just going to have Tetsubo over one shoulder and the other, my hand on his shoulder, and just keep leading him.
Well, let's just
Fair enough.
tie a rope to his ankle and let Baka hold the other end of the rope.
Just
If he runs, just pull the rope.
Just yank. Dead them flying.
Okay. You make it down the side of the hill, along the valley, to the east, and you can make your way up through the valley to the Castle of the Flame. You have succeeded in reaching your destination. Or change. You are greeted at the gate. And taken inside.
Tell them we've got these 2 prisoners. They need to be separated and they need to be watched. Make sure they don't try and kill themselves.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just writing up the diary.
Yeah.
A lot has happened in the last day.
You did. Oh no, I'm going to go and get a bath and a change of clothes because I need it. And then I'll ask these clothes I'm wearing if they can be washed, please, because they've got blood in them and on them.
Yes, indeed. They will provide you with a bathrobe to wear while your robes are being dealt with, while your clothes are being
Thank
dealt
you.
with.
I'm gonna
Not at all.
I'm gonna ask for the same server because I've been crawling about.
They'll do the same for all of you.
Nice one.
The prisoner will be taken to hold of, and the Bakemono. They inquire why you've brought a Bakemono back.
It's a funny looking one.
For interrogation.
No, I was thinking we could put the suit of Ashigaru armor, the spear and the wakizashi in their armory if they've got one.
Well, they do indeed have an armory.
Right, can you put these items in it then, please? Where we don't have to carry.
They do actually have Ashigaru guards where the daimyo's mon. They're relatively unobtrusive. They keep out of the way of the Shugenja because they know from experience you don't annoy them. So, and then today you have returned to E on F with Garu and business. Okay, and you have actually only been out for 11 days.
Yeah,
So-
we're not finished, but we're not finished the mission. But I thought it was important to get these
To get
back
these
to the
guys
castle.
back, yeah.
Okay, you have your baths, and then you attend the Shugenja. The Sensei listens to your tale as to what you have seen, and is extremely interested in the fact there is a camp over in the mountains, and even more interested in the endeavors that have been taken by the Bakamono to trace your trail. He will say that he has actually come across the type of Bakamono that you have brought back to the castle. They are pretty rare, but he believes it's a servant of the Lord of the Mountains. That name you have heard of. The Lord of the Mountains is an Oni who supposedly rules the middle of the island. Nobody's quite sure where he rules it from, but the Lord of the Mountains is a well-known name throughout Kyūryū. He looks at the equipment that you've taken off the Ashigaru and is somewhat surprised because the mon on it is of the Takuga clan. Does that ring a bell to you?
Oh, well, weren't they the clan that was down in the southern bit as we were delivering the weapons?
No. Do you remember the hill that you went to where you had an encounter with an alchemist?
Oh, the Hill of Dai Takuga.
Yes. The Takuga clan used to rule the southern half of what is now Hyuga province. It was split into two. There was Hayamana province to the north and Takuga province to the south, and the Takuga clan ruled it. They were destroyed in the final battle between the two clans, and their province was merged with Hayamana, so that to become Hyuga province. The Takuga clan have been extinct for 30 years.
Apparently not.
Quite.
Perhaps they are now servants of the Lord of the Mountains.
Who knows? He cracks his knuckles, looks over at his second in command, and says, "I believe you have some interrogations to carry out." Do you wish to attend? He asks you.
Not particularly. You be careful with the human. He's very fragile.
Yeah.
If everyone else is being a bit precious, I'd quite like to watch.
Very good.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Okay. The rest of you who do not wish to watch
Yeah,
will Pardon?
Me, I don't want to watch.
Fair enough. Will be entertained by so the students who feed you a very good meal,
Nice.
and they will demonstrate some of the arts of magic that they have been taught to show you the kind of flashing lights, etc. You kind of yawn a little bit. You've seen what Harumi can do. So it's not particularly impressive for people of your caliber. But you know, they're doing their best to keep you entertained. Meanwhile, okay, Baka, they will deal with the human first because he's the one that is wearing the Takuga Mon and is most likely to know about the human side of things. Goblin is more likely to just know what the goblin's generally been told. So why somebody is wearing a Takuga Mon and why he is working in cahoots with goblins is what they want to find out. So, Fetters of Truth, let me have a look at that. I have a horrible feeling that basically they can torture him for as long as they like.
Yes, that's something.
Without actually hurting him.
Yeah.
Actually, inflict any real damage.
It's nasty.
Just feels like it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, unless, of course, he succumbs to the pain that's going to be inflicted.
So it has the same effect as a successful BCS in the torture skill without damaging the victim. That's the problem with this.
Problem?
He may pass out a few times, but they'll bring him round again.
Yes, that's the difficulty. With Fetters of Truth, you can torture somebody forever, basically. The only hope under torture normally is that the damage caused by the torture kills you before you actually succumb and tell them what they want.
Yeah.
In this case, they can't kill him, or rather he can't die. So, there is basically, I will roll a d20. On a 20, something goes badly wrong with it, and he dies. Otherwise, unfortunately, they're going to get out of him what he knows. Nice time to roll a 20.
Unfortunately, there are worse things than death.
Yeah,
He was trying to kill it. He got his courage up to try and kill himself on the way to the castle, but unfortunately you spotted him. I gave him a luck roll to find to have a cliff relatively near, but there wasn't one. And you made the wit saving throw to spot what he was trying to do. Okay. The information you will get is that he is a Ronin who has enlisted under Lord Takuga, and he was working effectively as a bandit, but a recruitment campaign has been carried out across the island, and a group of people have been gathered together to fight for Lord Takuga. Apparently, the reason that there are goblins about is because Lord Takuga has an alliance with the Lord of the Mountains to return him to his
seat of power. He's in.
Sorry?
To try and get him back into power. So he's in.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's his understanding. The details of the alliance, the details of precisely how Lord Takuga exists, he doesn't know. He has seen Lord Takuga and can give a description of him. And how good a description. What's his wit saving throw? So let's make a wit saving throw for him. How good is his description? Not particularly good, so it's no real help.
Explains why we had back and
but-
forth trading with bandits before as well, doesn't it?
So
You guys have told me the story of the forest. So this guy we're expecting to be a tree. Is it the same guy, or is it just a relative of?
Well, they're claiming to be from the same clan.
Same family, yeah.
Well, the tale of the Hill of Daitakuga, the daimyo of Takuga, of the Takuga clan, led his armies here to this point for a battle with the Hayamana clan, and the battle went very badly, and he committed seppuku at the top of the hill. And the whole place got a very bad has always had a very bad reputation anyway, and it is now believed to be haunted by the spirits of those who died. The party, when they visited the hill, their Shugenja spirit walked and found that all the trees that could be seen in his brief trip to the spirit plane had a ghost bound into them. The assumption is it's a ghost of one of the casualties of the battle. Now, which casualties, which side the casualties are from, there's nothing to say that it was from one side or the other. It was probably quite possibly both. The daimyo of the Takuga clan killed himself at the top of the hill. It's assumed that the lord of the Hayamana clan then headed south and took his fortress in Miyazaki and killed his family, but who can say what happened? So it's possible that an heir of the Takuga is still about. Who knows?
How long has this guy worked for Lord Takuga?
Sorry?
How long has this Ashgara worked for Lord Takuga?
He has been. He was hired last autumn, but it wasn't until spring that he made his way to the agreed point and was then led to the camp. They have a camp in the hills up here, and there are 200 samurai there, and he believes there are other camps around the base of the mountains. Rather than keeping all the warriors in one place, they are just kept around the base of the mountains.
Does he know what the immediate plans were the next few days?
He doesn't know that they are all training and getting ready for a fight. He believes that Lord Takuga was intending to go to Dashimasu Cave for some reason. And that is another name that you've come across.
Dashimasu Cave.
Dashimasu Cave. Dashimasu Cave is another place of legend. It's believed to be within Hyuga province somewhere, but nobody's quite sure where. It's one of the gates down to hell.
Oh.
And it is believed that treasures of this world that people wish to dispose of are taken into the cave or thrown into the cave and are then carried down to hell, where the lords of hell keep hold of them. The legend also says if there is a treasure in the cave that you wish to recover, then you can do so, providing you take down something of equal or greater value. You are then able to exchange it and bring it back to the surface and give it to someone outside the cave. However, you cannot leave the cave. You then have to return to hell. There are tales that someone stole one of the items of the imperial regalia and took it down there in an attempt to make the emperor appear not worthy of his place. But the emperor of the time himself travelled to Dashimasu Cave, went in and recovered the regalia and gave it to his heir, and then returned to hell. Because the emperor is more important than any piece of regalia. That is apocryphal. There are no actual stories of that. There are tales of samurai showing their dutiful their loyalty to their daimyo by taking something into the cave to recover something that the daimyo wants. But nobody knows where it is. It's somewhere in Hyuga province.
Okay.
Why Lord Takuga would be going there? Who knows?
To retrieve something, maybe. Some artifact.
But if he retrieves it, then he'd have to stay in hell.
Oh, he's going to send somebody
I'm
else.
sure
to
he's
go
taking
in.
someone with him.
Yeah, he's going to have a lackey, isn't he? He must be after some artifact or something, maybe.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to know about this guy? I mean, he can tell you a whole lot about banditry elsewhere in Kyūryū, but not a tremendous amount about what else is going on. He's basically been brought in, stuck in a camp of about 200 samurai, and there are bakemono around that he knows of, but they keep themselves to themselves. Otherwise, there's likely to be friction between the two.
What the bakemono says.
Anything else that you would like to ask the supposed samurai?
I don't think so, not right now, but obviously keep him prisoner for now. You may need to speak to him again. Or you may need to speak to him again. Or the authorities may want to.
They will certainly keep him prisoner. If nothing else, the daimyo's wife will probably want him tortured to see what he knows about the death of her husband. They did ask that, and he knows nothing about it. But she may want to torture him just for the sake of it.
Just for the hell of it. Yeah.
I'll leave her to play with that.
Well, that's very gracious of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bakemono on their line.
Questioning the bakemono. Ah, right, fine. Let's roll a d20 for the bakemono. Can I roll a 20 here? Ooh, getting closer, but still no cigar. Okay. The bakemono is indeed a servant of the Lord of the Mountains. He is of the line of bakemono show, but he is a leader of that line and has skills that bakemono show don't normally have in that to that extent. So the Lord of the Mountains has been developing his forces, and this is a sample of those forces. He does have tracking skill, which is why you weren't able to avoid them.
Does he have any magical ability?
He doesn't have any magical ability. Okay. He does appear quite intelligent. Not to the level of a Shugenja,
Does he
but
speak
certainly
Japanese?
a lot more intelligent. Yes, he does.
Is that uncommon for a
So-
Bakemono for them to speak human?
Oh yes, he's one of the ones who talks to the to the humans in the camp and makes sure that they have the supplies and that any problems are dealt with.
So he's an
Okay.
important Bakemono.
Oh yes, he's quite important. He is
Maybe
one
the
of the
liaison.
servants of the Lord of the Mountains.
Do
Right.
do we think there's any danger to the castle? I mean, do the people that we've taken these prisoners from, would they possibly feel threatened enough that they might want to attack the castle
Come
or
after us.
try and kill these prisoners? Maybe.
As the sensei says that it would probably be sensible to kill the Bakemono as soon as possible because while alive he could be traced.
Yeah. Okay.
So they will try and get what they can out of him. So the question is, are they able to get the location of the Lord of the Mountains out of him?
Yeah.
That depends. No. They have the bad luck that this guy has been prepared. They do it that way around? Yes. Okay. What percentage? Right. So they decided to leave the question of where the Lord of the Mountains is based till the end, just in case there was some sort of problem with that. But another question they ask about the powers of the Lord of the Mountains earlier than that triggers something. And do they manage to?
Oh.
No. Basically, he dies. And the sensei jumps back in astonishment. And yes, he does jump back in astonishment and says, that's what killed the daimyo.
So he got some health.
I put my hand over my mouth. Get out of the room as quick as I can.
It's some sort of magical curse that killed him. Obviously, his servant was prepared so that if anyone asked questions about the Lord of the Mountains, he would die of that curse.
Do you think
So
something
the Lord
in
of
the
Mountains,
questions?
yes,
Something in the questions you're
they
asking
asked
triggered the curse.
triggered it. Correct. They had put the location to the end, but they asked another question which triggered the curse. And they weren't able to stop it. Pardon?
You said something about his powers.
Yes, they were asking something about his power. You know, what powers does the Lord of the Mountain have, or something like that. It could be something in that question, or it might have been an earlier question. It was just a delayed
Or
reaction.
anything, anything too specific about the Lord of the Mountain.
Yeah. But the sensei believes that is conclusive proof that it was the Lord of the Mountains who killed the daimyo.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I would strongly suggest you go and tell the widow.
Yes, immediately.
Oh, yes.
Daimyo's widow, yeah.
Immediately, because this is extremely worrying. Ronin are being assembled. Someone is claiming the swords of Takuga, and the Lord of the Mountains is involved.
Is there any way, just a sense I know of any way that you could detect whether somebody has this curse on them? Otherwise, it could be really problematic.
Well, they will have a look at the body and check it over.
Hmm.
They checked to see if there was any active magic on the body, on the bakemono before they started, and there was no active magic. They
We
checked
concealed
the
in
body
some way.
immediately after this, and wasn't a fumble. Yes, there were the remains of magic, and it wasn't Shugenja magic.
Right.
But the level of the magic, do they get that right? Yes. The level of the magic is Kami level.
Oh,
Ooh.
Kami level,
Kami level.
like God level.
Not God level now, but
Kami
powerful
is.
being, certainly.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So the Lord of the Mountains is not just a Bakemono. Probably not just a standard Oni. The Lord of the Mountains is something extremely powerful.
And he's gathering forces. And he's allied with
Right.
bandits.
Didn't Kyūryū, didn't his spirit leave his body at one point?
Back at the Hill of
At the Hill of
Daitakuga,
Daitakuga, because he did the spirit walk, didn't he?
he spirit walked there.
Well, could it be possible that this Lord of the Mountains can do something similar?
It's possible, but our defences would have said would have alerted us to a spirit entering the castle. The Castle of the Flame, he will explain, does have defences against spirits entering the castle. That's one reason why the Shugenja are here, that they merge their powers together.
It might do you some good, Sensei, to check those.
Very good.
Make sure he's not being
He
compromised
will
in any
send
way.
He will send one of the other Shugenja to go and check that the wards have not been damaged. And they do not appear to have been touched.
Well, it was always worth checking.
Oh yes.
Yeah, good idea, Kinzo.
Anyway, so the Sensei is going to be leaving tomorrow to head back to Nobioka to speak to the mistress, to the widow of the daimyo. He considers this is extremely valuable information. He is hesitant to ask you to go back into the mountains because it sounds exceedingly dangerous in there.
Quick question.
That camp had 200 Ronin. There are other camps around the foot of the mountains. The Lord of the Mountains servant tracked you back to this side of the river. So he feels it would be dangerous to send you back.
Yeah, but plus on top of that, if we went back and one of us got captured, they would know what we know.
Correct.
Which would be bad, yes.
So I believe he will be leaving tomorrow. He will be taking some of the Ashigaru with him as guards.
That was my
Do you wish to
question,
accompany
Dave.
him back to Nobioka?
It's tomorrow the 9th or the 10th, because that happened in the middle of the night. So the early morning of the 9th. So we're now in the 9th?
No, you returned on the 9th.
Yeah.
On the 8th, you travelled up the valley, up the hill, saw the patrol in the forest, crossed the valley and up the slope, and then the night of the 8th, you then killed the Obakemono and captured
Yeah, so this is the 9th we returned to,
etc.
yeah.
Ninth,
The
we get
9th,
to the
you
castle,
returned to the Castle of the Flame with the prisoners, etc., and torture, etc., has been done. So it'll be the 10th that everybody will be setting out for Nobioka.
Yeah.
I think we should go with them.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
He would suggest that you come with them because you have eyesight visuals of what happened.
Yeah, we can.
And you
we
can
can give them-
report verbally as to what you saw.
Yeah, we may remember other minor details as well. in the
Exactly.
meantime.
Okay. So on the 10th of Yayoi,
Can we receive some
Oh,
our
my
pay, which is due?
yes, he will pay you a gold for the time that you've spent on your mission, and another gold as a bonus for what you brought back.
So 2 gold each.
2 gold each.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just hand them straight over to Kosa. I'm now debt free.
Well, don't leave yourself too short. Have you got any other money?
I've
Is
got
that-
12 silver and 7 copper. It's alright.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right, so
let's just get rid of
pay
that
that
debt
back.
then. I am debt free.
That wipes off your debt.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks again for that, my friend.
Not a problem.
Hey. Let me just check something.
Definitely need to remove this dead body.
Righty ho. Are you going to be able to keep up? That's the problem.
I am.
The sensei is going to be riding there.
Oh, maybe not then.
The Ashigaru will be, so effectively you're going to be going at BMA 5.
Oh
I can
yeah.
go 5.
Yeah, I can move 5. I can
Harumi's
move
going to
6
get some
encumbered.
exercise out of it.
I can move it 6 partially encumbered, I'm fine. So if you need me to carry your Tetsubo again, Baka, it's not a problem.
I think I'm okay at the moment
You're
because
okay
I've put
now?
the body down. So
I'll take that off my character sheet now then.
I can even pick the food back up.
Okay, so going back to this castle, sorry, this map.
Dave,
Yep.
I put the gold onto the 3 other all the characters I'm controlling at the moment.
Thanks very much indeed. Okay, so so that's 7, drops down to 3, 4, 5. So you travel to Shinguru the first night and camp out there. And I don't believe anything's likely to happen. The sensei, his second in command, and 5 Ashigaru are traveling with you.
Okay.
Nope, all is peaceful. So you travel to Shinguru on the 10th of Yayoi and stay in the village. The sensei is put up at the samurai's house. The Ashigaru, half of them are the samurai's house on guard. The other half stay at the inn, as do you. He is paying for you to stay there, so don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Well, you are travelling with him as witnesses.
Yeah.
And the following day, again the weather is good, nice summer weather. All is peaceful. So 1, 2, 3 and a half to get there, and then so 3, 4, 5. You can push it to get to Kagesama.
Yeah.
Poor old Harumi is collapses in
Well, you
Kagesama.
can rest when you get to Nobioka.
Yeah. Listen, I'll put her on my back if I need to.
Put her on your backer.
Fine. The Your Ashigaru prisoner is strapped to the back of a horse, and the Bakemono was buried outside the castle. And with the dawn, you cross the river into Nobioka. How's the river crossing? Oh, it's a little bit choppy, but not too bad. You cross safely and are taken immediately to the dungeon. And the sensei progresses inwards and goes to see the widow of the daimyo. Right, how does he do? Oh, very good. Her reaction, very positive. Okay, you are all summoned in as witnesses, along with the prisoner and the prisoner's garb, to see the widow. The sensei will go through and explain what he asked you to do, what you found, what his interpretations are, the involvement of the Lord of the Mountains and his powers, the fact that he believes that the Lord of the Mountains is who killed her husband, and that a combined denizen and fake cougar attack is coming in, and that the death of her husband was to throw the province into chaos prior to the attack. Given that summer is coming, which is the traditional battle season, he would expect that an attack is imminent. And you are questioned by one of the Hatamoto of the daimyo as to what you saw about the camp, your memories, attacks, etc. And everybody treats this with extreme seriousness. Once you've completed your testimony, you are excused. You happily leave the presence. And the sensei stays behind to discuss matters with the widow. You are taken back out to within the garrison and held there with the prisoner. The prisoner is taken in with his garb, and he doesn't return. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Later that after lunchtime, well, at lunch you are fed by the garrison, and the sensei returns after lunch to say that the regent is discussing matters with her husband's Hatamoto, and will be deciding what to do. She is grateful for what he organized, and gives you another gold piece each for her as her reward for a job well done.
Wow. I've got gold.
Okay. And that afternoon, well, you are released to go back to the docks, etc. But you hear in the city that a conference of war has been called for the following day for all the retainers of the daimyo who are gathered in Nobioka to discuss matters that the clan feel need talking about. So you can spend the night in Nobioka at One Shoes, who is would be fascinated to hear what you've been doing.
I'm just going to ask, what are we allowed to say or not say?
Yeah, I'm not saying too much to one shoe
The
anyway.
sensei believes that keeping details of your mission quiet would be wise.
Okay.
Yeah, tell them nothing, boys.
Once you will understand that, working Shugenja, there are secrets.
It's all very hush hush, Monsu.
Yeah.
For your own safety, of course.
He will accept it graciously. One does not mess with Shugenja without worrying about it.
It's not just Shugenja you've got to worry about.
They're the easy ones. It's the hobnobs.
Not just Shugenja, he says. I thought you were working for Shugenja.
You've said too much already, boys.
Yes, we were, but it's been escalated.
We have said too much already.
Distracted by getting really excited about this fight I had with some Bakamono, and that's just no other deal than that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, I believe that is probably a good time to pause it for the night. And we will reveal what happens at the War Council tomorrow, or at least what you find out about what happens at the War Council tomorrow.
Do we get any points of honor, Dave?
I believe you can all have 5 on for having effectively been thanked by the daimyo.
Wow.
Or the daimyo's regent, shall we say. You are recognised as having provided a valuable service to the Castle of the Flame in seeking out those responsible for her husband's
Can I ask,
murder.
do we get any bump in status at the Castle of the Flame?
I believe you can have 5 extra status at the Castle of the Flame.
Very nice.
It goes in earned status, doesn't
Harumi
it?
can have 10.
Wow.
And if Harumi wishes to become a student, she can. The sensei has gone up in the widow's estimation, and you reflect that.
Nice.
Well, I have a feeling that Harumi will be saying yes to that.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure she will.
But that is, of course, down to Brian to decide.
Yeah, we'll find out in a fortnight, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, looking forward to it. We're just getting to the meat of what's going on.
Yeah, no, it's really like the plot very much thickened in this one, didn't it? Like it was, those things were all coming together, but it's like really just we've just tied all those loose ends together, worked out exactly what's going on. It's the plot thickens. Love it.
I'm sorry, you think you know what's going on?
We know what's going on.
Some of
We
it.
don't know what's going on. We've just got a slightly clearer view of it. Though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed it,
Very
even
much
if it
so.
was relatively peaceful this week.
No, it was lots of fun. Thank you, Dave.
My
for the
first fight.
session.
Thanks
Yes,
for that.
it was. There were pieces of bakemono everywhere.
Just a matter of interest, Dave.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the Harvest Blessing Shrine and have myself purified. Okay.
Certainly, they will do the business, and
And I shall give them 5 silver coins for doing it.
they are very grateful. Have a point of status at the Harvest Blessing Shrine. Right, so I'm going to have to update all these maps with the extra land that you've discovered. Okay. Were there any other questions that you wished to ask of the Bakemono or the Yashigaru?
Just a matter of interest, there's one other point that the characters will notice, that the clothes that I was wearing when I got Bakemono blood all over me, I have destroyed. Okay.
Okay. So you didn't give them to the.
Oh
the
no, I
students
did.
to
I
wash?
did.
Oh right.
No, I did. It's just
Yeah.
I haven't destroyed it when I get back. This is a bit. odd.
Okay, fine. Okay. Right. Sorry. So before we leave, are there any other questions that you would have asked them to ask of the Bakemono or the Ashigaru? Sorry, the Ronin.
Don't think so at the moment.
No.
I think this
I think
is
we covered it.
moment.
Okay. Fair enough. In that case, I shall say good night to you all, and the thick will plotten even further next week.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks, Dave.
Night, guys.
Thanks for the game, guys.
Uh,
Thanks for the game, Dave.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you
See
very
you
much,
later.
gents.
Okay. See you all